All right, we are looking at June 2018, question number 3. The expression 3 parentheses x squared plus 2x minus 3 close minus 4 parentheses 4x squared minus 7x plus 5 is equivalent to one of these 4. Now either I can start distributing and then combine like terms, or if you don't want to do that, like calculator is always a way you can check things. I'll show the cheap calculator way first, and then I'll show like the right way to do it. Now, there is no f of x here, but if you're looking for equivalent things, there's a couple different ways you can do it. The first way we'll do is through the graph. I think is kind of a nicer way to do it. So we'll start by the graph. I'm going to copy all this into my graph. 3x squared plus 2x minus 3, right? So 3 parentheses x squared plus 2x minus 3 out of parentheses minus, out of parentheses, minus 4, I don't remember the rest of it. 2x squared plus 2x minus 3 minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 5. 4x squared minus 7x plus 5, right? 4x squared minus 7x plus 5. So I can start by graphing that guy, and hopefully something shows up here. Unfortunately, it doesn't. That's okay, because I can always go to Control T, get my table of values, and I'm going to check each of these to see if they have a matching table of values. Let's go ahead and check the second one. Negative 13x minus 22x plus 11. So I'm going to get out of my table for a second. I'll hit Tab. I'll hit Tab to get a second thing up here, and I'm going to start plugging in negative 13x minus 22x. Negative 13x squared minus 22x plus 11. Is that what it was? Oh, wait. It's negative 13x minus 22x. There's no x squared here. Sorry. Check that. Something shows up on the graph. Immediately I should know that's no good because my first one didn't show up on the picture. If I hit Control T and I check my tables, this x over here is the x for everyone. When x is 1, my original function was negative 8. The second one I just did was negative 24. These two are obviously not equivalent because they're not the same, right? They should be the same in both of these columns over here when the x's match. So it's not answer choice 1. We'll check out answer choice 2, 13x squared plus 34x minus 29. So I'll hit Control T. I will hit Tab again. I'll come up and I'm going to delete this because I know it's not that one. And it was 13x squared. Oh, I do not remember. Negative 13x squared plus 34. Negative 13x squared plus, nope, got to go down, plus 34x minus 29. Minus 29. I hit enter on this one. Nothing shows up on the graph, which is promising. If I hit Control T, let's check to see if it works. And it looks like, look, when x is 1, my original function was negative 8. The next function is negative 8. 2, negative 13, negative 13. These all match perfectly. That means these two functions are equivalent. So that is one way of checking for equivalence, is just graph the two, check the tables, and see if it matches up. In this case, it did. So it looks like the answer should be answer choice number 2. Now, just to show you all the ways that you can possibly do this, we will also do it by hand and hope that we end up with answer choice 2 as our final answer. So let's do this. I'll check the answers later, but first let's just copy down. It was 3x squared. Right now I'm just copying down on paper while I have it up on the screen. 3x squared plus 2x minus 3 minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 5. Let's come back over here, move this into screenshot, and let's start doing it, right? We just got to do the work. Distribute all that over there. This becomes 3x squared plus 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times negative 3, negative 9. I'm going to distribute this as a negative 4. Let's do that. So distribute that negative 4 to everybody. Negative 4 times positive 4 is negative 16x squared. Negative 4 times negative 7 is going to be plus, what is that, 28 plus 28x. and negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And now I just need to combine my like terms. 3x squared minus 16x squared, positive 6x and positive 28, and negative 9 and negative 20. 3 minus 16 will get me negative 13x squared. 6 plus 28 is plus 34x, right? I'm adding, I do not change the exponents. Only when I multiply would I change exponents. Negative 9 minus 20, negative 29. That looks like it's my answer, negative 13x squared plus 34x minus 29. And that is indeed answer choice 2. So paper, pretty easy. Calculator, if you're not good with all of this, calculator can get it for free just by going to the tables and checking for equivalent tables. That's it.